As on ERi-TV, this is English news broadcast live from the headquarters in Asmara at 10:30 p.m. Today is Sunday, 16th of July 2023. First, the top source. Financial contribution to augment Martyrs Trust Fund. Meeting on implementation of development programs. Russia and China to conduct joint air and sea military drills. La Palma, thousands evacuated as Canary Island wildfire burns. Nationals have contributed financial support to augment the Martyrs Trust Fund and in support of families of martyrs. Accordingly, Mr. Manna Mahari from Bayern Munich, Germany, has contributed 10,000 euros, assuming the responsibility of supporting 15 families of martyrs for 2 years. The Eritrean community in Geneva, Switzerland, on their part extended $6,400, assuming the responsibility of supporting 9 families of the martyrs for 2 years. Furthermore, the Cooperative Association of Eritrea for Eritreans in Sweden contributed 10,200 Swedish kronor in support of the families of martyrs. In related news, Shuala Association from Norway contributed 1,000 Norwegian kroner to augment the Martyrs Trust Fund, and students of Denden Secondary School, Asmara, contributed over 7,900 Eritrean nakfa, the Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare reported. A meeting was conducted in Barantu on 11th July to assess the implementation of charted-out economic, social, and community-based development programs in Barantu subzone. At the meeting, activity reports were presented on the strengths and weaknesses of the programs implemented in the education, health, and social welfare sectors in the last 6 months. Regarding the health sector, it was reported that barefoot doctors are deployed to support the activities of health facilities put in place in the Barantu subzone, and that delivery at health facilities has increased by 5-fold. And the coverage of vitamin A vaccination has reached 88%. In the education sector, the effort has been conducted in collaboration with the community of the parents to alleviate the problems of the teaching and learning processes. Moreover, the report stated that various programs have been implemented to improve the socio-economic status of disadvantaged nationals and families of the martyrs. Mr. Emana Mahari, acting administrator of the Barantu subzone, stated that various community-based activities, including environmental sanitation, were also conducted. The participants conducted extensive discussion on the report presented and adopted various recommendations. African champion Henok Mulubrhan won the general classification of the 22nd Tour of King Haile 2023, winning both the yellow and the green jersey. Henok Mulubrhan took the championship leader away from the Uruguayan Eric Fagundes right in the last kilometer, so much so the organizers had initially announced the final success of Fagundes and then corrected themselves. Henok's team, the Green Project Bardiani CSF Faizane, dominated at King Haile Lake Tour 2023, taking the gold medal. The 23-year-old Eritrean Henok Mulubrhan is the 2023 African champion, winner of Tour de Rwanda 2023, and silver medalist at the national championship. The 2023 Tour of King Haile Lake is a road cycling stage race taking place in China. The race is rated as a Category 2 Pro event on the 2023 UCI Pro Series calendar. We are live on ERi-TV. Stay tuned for international news. A Chinese naval flotilla set off today to join Russian naval and air forces in the Sea of Japan in exercise aimed at safeguarding the security of strategic waterways. This is according to the Chinese Defense Ministry. Codenamed Northern Interaction 2023, the drill marks enhanced military cooperation between China and Russia since the Russian-Ukraine war and is taking place as Beijing continues to rebuff U.S. calls to resume military communication. The Chinese flotilla, comprised of 5 warship and 4 ship-borne helicopters, left the eastern port of Qingdao and will rendezvous with the Russian forces in predetermined area. The ministry also said on the official WeChat account today. Yesterday, the ministry said Russian naval and air forces would participate in the drill taking place in the Sea of Japan. This would be the first time both Russian forces take part in the drill, state newspaper Global Times cited military observers and saying Gromky and Soversheny, 2 Russian warships taking part in the Sea of Japan drill, had earlier this month conducted separate training with the Chinese Navy in Shanghai on formation movement, communication, and sea rescues. Before making port at the financial hub of Shanghai, the same ships had sailed past Taiwan and Japan, prompting both Taipei and Tokyo to monitor the Russian warship. Days before Russia and Ukraine war in February 2022, President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping declared a no-limit partnership they said was aimed at countering the influence of the United States. Thousands of residents of La Palma in the Canary Island have been urged to leave their homes as emergency workers try to bring a wildfire under control. The blaze began early yesterday and has already consumed 4,500 hectares of land and at least 1,000 homes. Around 400 troops from various agencies are on the ground tackling the blaze, officials said. Also, some 4,255 people had been evacuated, but others were declining to leave. It comes less than 2 years after a volcano erupted on the island, destroying thousands of homes. Fernando Clavijo, president of the Canary Island regional government, said there was resistance to abandoning the house, but that the priority had to saving lives. People come first, then houses, and then extinguishing the fire. He said the blaze began in the area of ERi-TV in the northwest municipality of Punta Gorda before spreading southwards in the town of Tijarafe. Mr. Clavijo attributed its quick spread to the wind, the climate conditions, as well as the heat wave that are living through. Japan, South Korea, and the United States have held a joint naval missile defense exercise to counter North Korea's nuclear and missile threats days after Pyongyang launched an international ballistic missile ICBM. The drill today was conducted in international waters between South Korea and Japan and brought together destroyers equipped with Aegis radar system from the 3 countries, the Southern Korea Navy said. A naval officer said the exercise focused on practicing procedures to detect, track, and computer-stimulated ballistic targets and share relation information. North Korea fired its latest Hwasong-18 missile, which Pyongyang described as the core of its nuclear strike force of its east coast, on Wednesday in what it said was the strong practical warning to its adversaries. The launch followed heated complaints from North Korea in recent days, accusing U.S. pipelines of flying over its exclusive economic zone waters, condemning a recent visit to the South Korea by U.S. nuclear-powered cruise missile submarine and promising to take steps in the reaction. And now we have a quick review of the top stories. Financial contribution to augment Martyrs Trust Fund. Meeting conducted on implementation of development programs. Russia and China to conduct joint air and sea military drill. La Palma, thousands evacuated as Canary Island wildfire burns. It was Miss Alim Brahana with the news for tonight. Thank you for being with us. Have a good night.